Folks, welcome to episode 91. Ooh, yeah, the Macho King.
Uh-huh.
We are here for episode 91, Clash of the Podcast. If you didn't know, we did a recap, a great review, I'll say, of Double or Nothing. Lots of listeners on the audio version today, so cheers to you if you've done that, especially on the YouTube side of things. They're taking over YouTube for podcasting. And then the live review, great. So many people left comments, things. The show, I've argued with people which show was better, King of the Ring or this one today. I've argued about the Mercedes Moné matches with people. And this is outside of you, Sean. Like today,
Yes,
it was the same thing. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Me and Sean got you covered. I am Conrad Cushman of Everything Pro Wrestling. He is Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. We're going to go through both the pay-per-views, King and Queen of the Ring. We're going to talk Double or Nothing. We're going to be talking our top 10 wrestlers. We're even going to pull up the page for the site and give you guys a little preview, and we'll go through it. All right, so lots to get into with this, and I think we're just waiting here on the intro for one last thing.
Conrad, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Chad, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Happy Memorial Day. God bless. Let's get this thing going. Conrad, drop that thing.
Man, comments piling up. What is good, everybody? What is
that
good?
Intro just does my heart so happy, man.
It is, man. It's really good. I got to talk to you about something. I had an idea for something, but I want to make sure you're good with it, too.
Okay.
You guys will have to wait for that. That's a little behind the curtain peek, though.
There you go.
Man, let's get into our shout outs here. Let's start off, man. Show for the people, by the people. So, Terrell.
T3Z.
In the house, he said, with MJF back, who does he face at Forbidden Door? Swerve, Adam Cole, Roman Reigns. We really didn't get into Forbidden Door too much yesterday. I'm sure that's stuff that maybe in the lead up we'll get into. Yeah. I'm going to the Go Home Dynamite show. I'll be there. So
nice.
So there will be no Dynamite review that week. So
there you go.
I don't know. Do you have any thoughts yet on
I think we're a little ways away. I mean, we know MJF will be there. I don't know if Adam Cole's ready, but if he is, that would be the obvious choice. But who knows? Who knows?
We'll have to see. Sir Quill's in the house. He said, what up, Conrad, Sean?
Quilly.
Your boy, Sir Quills, is back again to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, with the episode 91, the Dennis Rodman edition.
Rebound.
of Clash by the Podcast. What's your favorite Dennis Rodman look?
But his moment?
No, look.
Oh, you got to go with the first time he broke out the crazy hair. San Antonio Spurs. He did the Wesley Snipes, all blonde. Everything else after that was crazy and But when he first debuted, you always got to give the nod when you first debut something.
He was a different cat, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he never broke out the crazy hair until he got to San Antonio. You know what? Somber moment. I think he missed Daly, the coach. I think losing him broke his heart a little bit.
I think that it was part of his demeanor and his rebel style, but people don't remember. I remember Rodman on the Pistons.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When he was on the Pistons, Daly was like a father figure to him. And when he left, it was kind of like, a rudder without a sail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were, and back in the day, that defense used to jack you up.
Oh, yeah.
Jack you up. Quills comes in and says, King and Queen of the Ring was a surprising 8 out of 10. A soft 8, but nonetheless, while Double or Nothing, even with certain wrong winners and a few sketchy stuff, very strong 9 out of 10. Okay.
Quilly, you're my dog. 8 out of 10 is kind of high for King and Queen of the Ring, but I respect your opinion. We'll get into it.
Let me see here. Quill says, and by the way, Willow Nightingale deserves better.
She sure does.
I think she's still on the path, too. Willow's a sympathetic person that you get in. You know what I mean? Like, you got to build the sympathy for her. It's like Sami Zayn.
She should have won the match.
All right. That's moving on here.
That's right. Let's do it.
Renegade L2K, so much for the Wolves. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, are you guys going to be the first team in NBA history to come back from 03?
Listen, someone's going to cry one day when it happens.
Okay,
it's going to happen.
I think what James is saying is
the NBA first time ever will happen.
I'm just saying what I think James is saying is that historically 154-0, it's never happened before.
I mean, it's hard, Sean, when people are missing calls when there's an obvious foul happening.
Are you going to talk to me about bad calls?
Sean, that one was game.
It was egregious. It was egregious. But I mean, the referees suck. Let's just agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's your team, it's obviously opposite. But of course, I wish it was going differently. I want them to at least come out and get a couple wins and put some pressure on them. But
they will win Game 4, and they will win Game 5. They will lose in Game 6.
I'm going to say this right now. If they are out, I will cheer for Boston to defeat Dallas just because I'm not a Dallas guy.
Listen, mark my words. Mavs in 6.
You're thinking that you're crowning them the champs?
Am I crowning them the champs? I mean, it's going to be hard to get past Boston, but I don't like Boston. So only reason I'm cheering for Boston right now is because there's a difference between dislike and hate. I dislike Boston. I hate the Pacers.
Okay, yeah. My cousin was a huge Dallas fan, so I never liked them. Even when they had Dirk and everybody, I'm like, nope. Joel, happy Memorial Day, Sean and Conrad. Great recap show last night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Mike from The Rock, he says, I'm back like easy. Eric B, happy Memorial Day, everyone. Boston strong, baby.
Let's go.
I respect it, man. I just was looking at what was the topic today I saw on Facebook? It was like which rap chain did you always want? They had them all like listed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, tough, man. I Rockefeller was at the top though. I was like, that was a sweet chain.
The Rock was official back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
The Rough Rider R2 was hard, man. That's a fact. That was a good one.
That's a fact. And the label that shall remain nameless because
no comments.
Exactly.
No comment.
But we can talk about the only Vinny we like having a comment right now. Shout out to Vinny.
Go ahead, get that one, man.
He says, happy Monday and happy Memorial Day. God bless y'all. God bless you too, Vinny. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, and QR codes, James from the Pro Wrestler Shoot brings up. James, you know what? This has earned you a shout out for you guys. I'm gonna put that right up in there for you. It's so the QR codes, they're putting them into the video game now. What is this gonna be part? Is this part of anything you're gonna say when we get to the review of this?
No.
What are you like? I'm over this. Are you ready for it? I've been hearing.
I love Bray Wyatt. God rest his soul. I literally teared up when we did our tribute show to him and Terry Funk. You remember that? But this Uncle Howie stuff has been going on for years now. Years. No exaggeration. Either do it or leave it alone.
See where they're going with it. Clown, welcome. Afternoon, everyone. Clown, you saved me some of those nachos you made on Twitter. I saw them. I peeped them.
I'm going to have to come out to Buffalo. It seems like y'all eat good up there.
We definitely do.
Nice.
Brother ain't small for no reason. Trust me.
I hear that. I'm gonna have to take a trip up there. At least maybe take a day and come up there.
Let me know, bro. Let me know. Vinny says we need Roman back.
You sure do.
Not gonna lie, wrestling's been mid for me since WrestleMania 40. I'm just waiting for Roman to come back and business to pick up again.
And I'm not gonna lie, you're 100% right.
I think that's what happens though if you're only watching WWE too. It's gonna be tough for you because Roman, Rock, gone. Now you're waiting. This is the play. This is what they've fallen into. Brock's gone. What's next? Oh, excuse me. Minute Maid, man. I should have said. What's next? So what do we do here? Very odd.
You're low key bad, bro. You say some nasty crap sometimes, bro.
I didn't say anything. He was the one.
You need to be nice, man.
Who asked for the photos, Your Honor? Now this I can speak to because this is a fact. Who asked for it? Not me. I'm saying. I'm just
be nice, Con Rizzle.
I'm just saying.
It's Memorial Day for goodness sake. And Lazy for Sheezy in the building. Hello, good evening. Hope you all had a blessed weekend and kick off the week with the best two in our pro wrestling community. Your mouth to God's ears, and Lazy. We appreciate that, brother. We hope somebody else thinks that way also.
Vinny, thank you for saying this because I feel the same way. Cody is running out of credible challengers on SmackDown. There's only Orton and KO. How many times has Kevin Owens been given a title shot? It's over for that. Like, I don't even care about that. Like, nah. He's been stuck in this bloodline like circle.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic at this point.
John G, what up? What up?
Chisel.
Let me see. We got people say AEW was fire. We don't want to hear audio. We want to see those beautiful faces.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to allow this, Joel. I'm going to allow this. More importantly, to hear and see you guys. LOL. Oh, yes. Matt Lopez. Apparently, I saw this today, too. Apparently, AEW has too many stories now. Stop moving goalposts. Stop this. Yo, Sean, I was just telling Sean before we got on air in our pre-production. Like, dog, you guys are... I'm going crazy. I see why Tony Khan gets mad and fires off a tweet once in a while, because stop. Just stop. If you like it, you liked it.
AEW is better than people give it credit for, because people are never satisfied.
Yep, and then when it's gone, it'll be, oh man, what it could have been. Death of AEW, when's that coming out? Can't wait to see it. You know, that's
2026.
I don't know yet. We gotta see how big that check is that's coming up. Ace says Double or Nothing was fire.
That
what
it
up,
was.
Ace?
Appreciate you. What up, though?
Let me see here. McKinney. Yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire Live chat and the Killer Bees. You ain't no warrior. Big fan of the podcast, Clash of the Podcast, and to let y'all know that trying is the hardest part. Quitting is easy, so don't be a quitter. Let's go.
Very good, McKinney. McKinney was trying to reel me back in about the Jey Uso stuff. Solid points. But I will say once again, McKinney, I want to lead with the fact that XG-Dub, I see you, bro. McKinney said to me he needs to improve his moveset. And that may be true. He had 2 points. He said he needs to improve his moveset, and he needs to stop stealing moves from... Oh, no. The other big part was the fact that he says he's not going to get a title because he's going to be entrenched in the bloodline. All that being said, though, you can be A. My response A. I want you to fill me on this, Conrad. Tell me if I'm right or tell me I'm wrong. A. Seth Rollins was involved in the whole Cody Rhodes saga, but he was World Heavyweight Champion, right? And B, are we really going to talk about world champions that had crappy movesets? Are we going to act like there's not been world champions that haven't been able to put on a wrist lock instead of a wristwatch? Hulk Hogan leg dropped people for 30 years, and he was one of the biggest world champions. He leg dropped people for 30 years.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
So all I'm saying is, for all the popularity Jey Uso has, he deserves some freaking gold, and not tag team gold. And if I think it was Guy Will Gamble who was messing with me last week or 2 weeks ago, as God is my witness, Conrad, look at me.
I'm promoting.
If Jey Uso wins Money in the Bank and uses it to cash in on the tag team titles, I will never watch WWE again. Ever. If they make Jey Uso cash in that thing on the tag team titles. But anyway, good points, McKinney. You're right. Jey Uso does need to improve his moveset. But John Cena, Hulk Hogan, there's been many who don't have a lot of moves but have been world champion.
XG Dub, what up? Doug in the house. Good seeing you guys live after missing last week. I'm healthy again and off antibiotics. Doug, I am glad you are healthy. Shout out to you and the fam, man. I hope you are doing well, brother.
Good to hear that. Stay healthy, man. Or get healthy and then stay healthy.
Ace said, I'll be at Forbidden Door, so if you see me, come say hi. Yeah, make sure you show love to Ace, man.
Nice.
If you see him out there. The Bad Boys of Detroit, also my favorite ESPN documentary.
Very smooth. I like that documentary as well.
Yo, John L. watching us on Twitch. What's good? We're available on Twitch, also on the Twitters. Bye Wolves. Man, we ain't getting no love in here. I'm just trying to see if we missed anyone. Dopest chain was the Tank No Limit. That was another good one. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. I think Uncle Howdy should be revealed ASAP, like pronto, basically is what he's saying.
And the thing is, and this is showing nothing but love to the Wyatt family, but I mean, I'm prefacing that so nobody gets the wrong idea, like I'm trying to disrespect. God bless the dead, but we all know it's Bo Dallas, right? So you're gonna just bring him. Like it's not even a reveal anymore. Like we know it's Bo Dallas. Now we have to figure out if Bo Dallas and friends. Is Alexa Bliss coming back? Are we gonna bring in Dexter Loomis? Like let's make it, something. But we can't keep dragging this thing on.
McKinney said, "Don't hate on Brock's kink." Why y'all think I'm hating, man? Listen, if he likes country time, he likes country time. I'm not here to say nothing about it.
Oh my!
All right.
Oh my!
B-Boy Skylights. I'm surprised there's no Buffalo WWE this summer. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like I said, we're a B-town when we're a B-town, but when things are slow, we're an A-town. So
Buffalo's not a B-town.
No, when things are hot, we are.
Okay.
When it was the Attitude Era, I could tell you the Raws we used to get. So-and-so versus blank on a pole match. And I would go just for the atmosphere, but I knew it was going to be the Garden. It wasn't going to be my return on Buffalo.
I will tell you one time Buffalo got screwed that I remember. Buffalo got screwed because Buffalo was the city that it was announced that The Rock's suspension was lifted in 2001. And the next week he came back in Philadelphia. It was announced that he'd be coming back in Buffalo, but he didn't come back until Philly the next week.
I'll give Rock a pass because he did show up though when he made his second run back in the company.
Oh, okay.
He did show up in Buffalo a couple times, so I can't be mad. Ray, happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Ray, I hope you and the family had a great weekend. Yo, shout out to your kid who asked for apparently he asked for action figures of Ashana. No joke. But shout out to your kid for getting I saw he had a Everything Pro Wrestling pillow. Make sure you guys check out our clothing stores, please. They are.
Yo, go to TeePublic and get that EPW merch, please.
We got mugs, pillows, whatever you
want to
do.
I have an EPW mug. I drink my coffee out of it every morning, brother.
Man, I need to get some of those. I'm slacking. So Ray, appreciate you. Matt's talking about Cody. Cody, he isn't taking some time off to film a new role. He got in the Naked Gun reboot. I don't know about that.
I hope so.
Let's see. Did y'all see Will Ospreay do the CEO dance on the scrum? I did see that.
I did.
He did it for his
birthday.
That was
actually kind of funny. First time that CEO dance made me smile.
Hey. Here, let's get into this thing. The limited move set is so overblown. Do you put butts in the seats? Are you a draw? That's what matters.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Vinny. God bless you, Vinny.
I'm not gonna hold on though. I am gonna push back.
Vinny speaking gospel on here tonight.
Can I push back on the limited move set though? Doesn't it anger you, Sean? You remember Brock Lesnar in 0203, right?
Of course.
Does it not anger you when Brock Lesnar's in there with someone who's a great talent and he's just like, I'm just gonna suplex you, and I'm like, dude, you're better than this. Like, I know you can do this. He's like, yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the point Vinny's trying to make, bro. Vinny's talking about Jey Uso.
No, he said it's overblown.
It is overblown.
Is he talking about that specific situation? Or I took it as he's talking about movesets in general.
No, I think he's directly responding to the conversation about Jey Uso having a limited moveset, which is the reason why he hasn't become world champion.
Oh, well, listen.
Yo, listen, because I don't want to get into this too much. I've done it. I've gone on rants before. I'll do it again, but not tonight. All I'm saying is this: Jey Uso not being world champion because he has a limited moveset is straight garbage. That's all I'm saying. It's garbage because there's been many people that have come before him that have had terrible movesets, no movesets, and have been world champion. Let's cut the crap. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and Vinny's not wrong either. Like, are you a draw? Do you put butts in the seats? That's also true. I just get frustrated when I know you can do more. Sometimes I'm like, do a little bit more. Like,
and McKinney, for the love of God, you know you're my dog, but let's not talk about. Scroll down for me, Conrad. Let's not talk.
Hold on. I want to go in order so I don't forget Ray real quick.
Hold down. Yeah.
Ray said, I thought Double or Nothing was better this weekend. Cody versus Paul was my match of the weekend. I'm looking at you like that, Ray. Come on now.
I like Ray so much it bothers me when he talks like this.
Yes, followed by Orton versus Gunther, the TNT title match. McKinney, I'm gonna let you touch on this one. You can read it if you want.
In reference to the Jey Uso situation, McKinney says, but it was his leg drop, meaning Hogan's leg drop, brother, not The Rock's spit punch or Roman spear. He has to stand out or continue to be Justin Uso because Jacob is coming and is going to outshine them. Respectfully, bro, that is such bullcrap. It's not even funny. Seth Rollins uses the pedigree. Kevin Owens uses the freaking stunner. Are we going to talk about using people's moves?
I mean, John Moxley just used the curb stomp.
Give me a... This is ridiculous. And I know McKinney's not trying to give me a hard time. I know this is just his honest opinion. He's telling me what it would take for Jey Uso to be world champion. But what I'm saying is, I mean, Becky Lynch uses the rock bottom. Are you kidding me?
That's the manhandle slam, sir.
Shut up! No, but I'm saying, like, this is ridiculous. Stealing moves? Are you kidding me? That's the reason he's not. Come on.
Honestly, we've ran out of moves.
Yo,
and we had the discussion last night with Swerve. What's a better finisher for Swerve? Is it his kick where he jumps up? I love the look of it. I think it could be the finisher.
Both moves are amazing.
But you brought up a good point too with the double stomp. Like, okay,
yeah, the double stomp is fire. I mean, you can't go wrong. He needs to keep both though in the repertoire.
You know, it makes. And what did I say is a beautiful thing about AEW that Cody Rhodes introduced? You can beat people with multiple moves. You don't have to have just one finisher. Mike says his first pay-per-view was Buffalo, Muhammad Hassan, Undertaker destroying him. Okay, I can remember my first show was with Undertaker and British Bulldog was a match I remember. And I remember being scared when I was on my dad's shoulders, much lighter at the time. And I remember being scared when the Undertaker came out and I could feel the arena get cold and he had the gray gloves. And
right. Oh, classic stuff. Stuff.
I think it was in Niagara Falls, if I'm not mistaken. I remember I ate pancakes before. I can remember this like vividly. I'm 5.
Right.
Ate pancakes, and Undertaker versus British Bulldog was on the card, and we snuck down to the bottom for me to see it. I was like, "This is crazy.
That's awesome. Crazy." Look at when pro wrestling's done right. Look at the memory you have now. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
People are talking about Ric Flair. We're going to get off this movesets thing. Wait a minute. No. I'm not saying that's what it's going to take. I'm saying that he doesn't stand out to me using his cousin's moves.
All right, fair enough.
The Jey Uso conversation, I'm sure, will continue, y'all.
Oh, by the way, this is a small segue before we segue right back. I'm going to be doing a new skit edition of the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly podcast. I'm going to be doing 10-minute blurbs that would be in podcast form as I do superstar profiles starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. And I'm going to drop one every 3 days throughout the summer.
All right. I'm going to hold you to this now.
And the very first person on the list?
The Macho
Man. No.
Oh.
Nia Jax.
Okay. She's not like most girls.
She's not. I'm going to drop a Nia Jax blurb tomorrow. I'm going to talk about her finishing move. I'm going to talk about her return to WWE. Some good things, a lot of bad. Spoiler alert.
Well, we're gonna talk about her in a second here. It's interesting. But let's start with Double or Nothing real quick. We went through the entire card, pre-show, and everything last night. Me, you, and Derek discussed it. What did you think? I mean, quick recap, I guess. What do you want to say about this card?
Well, first of all, I want everybody to go back to EPW after this show is concluded and check out myself, Derek, and the OG Conrad as we talk about Double or Nothing in a very in-depth fashion. If I do say so myself, I think Derek and Conrad did a great job. I was happy to be a part of it. It was a B+ show. I believe Conrad and Derek both gave it an A-. Real quick, as Conrad leaves this match card up on the screen, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta left a lot to be desired, but it was a good story. Jon Moxley and Takeshita, I always have difficulty pronouncing his name. No story at all. Should have been for the World Championship, the IWGP World Championship, because if it's going to be an eliminator and the World Champion wins, you might as well make it a title match. The Unified Trios Championships, all I got to say about that is stop bringing 9 belts to the ring. It's ridiculous. Chris Jericho, Hook, Shibata, like it or not, the learning tree is getting over. I know we're hesitant to say that. Listen to the crowd reaction. Listen to the announcers. I know it's not the best he's ever done. Jericho is over. That's what he does. Adam Copeland, I hope he's healthy, versus Malachi Black was phenomenal. Match of the night, Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong, who opened up the show. Toni Storm, the best female competitor in the industry today. I said what I said. Shout out to Serena Deeb. Anarchy in the Arena, tremendous. People getting set on fire. People jumping off billboards. People doing crazy crap. I loved it. I'm going to save this for the end. Swerve and Christian, amazing. The right guy won. Shout out to Christian, the best work he's done in his career. And Swerve still on top as he should be. Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné did not come through the way it should have. I thought that match left a lot to be desired. I'm kicking it back to you.
Andy, welcome, my friend. I'm going to disagree with Sean. I'll go.
I know you are going to disagree with me.
Absolutely, we disagreed last night. I'm still disagreeing. I thought Swerve and Christian, phenomenal matchup. They did a really good job here. Willow and Mercedes Moné, I thought that they did very well. This match, so me and Rob were just talking about this again because you know Rob said he disagreed with you. He said that was the last thing he typed before he fell out last night, and we were talking about it, and I was like, "Yo." It was real interesting, and then we started going through. He was like, I don't disagree with Sean about which was the better match. And I'm like, no, I agree. Deeb and Storm was the better match. I was more excited, and the pinfalls got me in that one.
Right.
But the better building story leading to their match was Moné and Willow Nightingale. They told a better story, despite if you don't like how Mercedes is on the microphone, that's fine. But they told a better story, in my opinion. We still haven't heard anything about who attacked her when the lights went out. There's still stuff there to be sprinkled in. We also had the turn. Do you think it needed the turn at the end, Sean? That was one thing I saw people debating today. Like, could you have saved it for Dynamite instead? Like, okay.
No. I think they put all their chips on the table, no pun intended, for Double or Nothing. And we all know Chris, I tried comment. And at the end of the day, like, I think they did what they had to do. Double or Nothing was a big show. We'll talk about somebody who returned in a couple minutes. And I think the Statlander turn was predictable, but in this case, very good.
See, it
doesn't always work out that way.
It doesn't, but predictability doesn't.
Last night, Chris Statlander predictably turning on Willow Nightingale was not Rhea Ripley defending the women's championship against Zoe Stark. There's a big difference.
Who?
Exactly.
I'm kidding. Let me stop.
So you understand what I'm saying? Like, yes, predictable is predictable, but it's not always the same, bro.
Of course. And like I said, I think Mercedes and Willow, what hurt that was it's her first match. Tony's paying her a lot of money. She's got to win. There's no way.
Yeah,
like, I know people wanted Willow, but you had to. Anarchy in the Arena.
Right, bro. Yep.
Anarchy in the Arena, absolutely insane. Where is the photo? I know I put this up. Not my photo, but I had to give screen credit to the person who got this. That looks amazing. I know what they did. I know it's stuntman work. And I had someone arguing, oh, this amateur stuff that they're doing. Bro, this is video game stuff right here happening in real life. That's cool that they could pull something like this off.
It really was.
That's
I'm actually looking at it on my phone to get a closer look. It was really, really good.
I could have gotten a clearer one, but I wanted to make sure that the photographer.
It's all good. Yeah.
So Scott Leash, thank you. All credit to you for the photo. But dude, absolutely amazing. And I'm sorry, let me finish running down this card. Anarchy in the Arena was crazy. Elite pulled it off. Timeless Tony Storm, Serena Deeb. I'm going to echo what Sean said. Derek got up and walked away because Will Ospreay got thrown up for the end of Heartache, landed on his feet, and hit a hidden blade on Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay crushed this match. Adam Copeland, I just read, right? Like, I'm not even kidding you, Sean. I think it was even during when I just logged on to promote us on Twitter or X. Pardon me, I'm getting old. That Adam Copeland might be injured. I'm looking it up right now. I saw it from Brian Alvarez. Yeah, Dude, we forgot to bring that up last night. That landing was not good.
No, it wasn't.
Could you imagine at our age falling off a steel cage like that? My knees hurt when he did. I was like, oh,
it's tough, man. Being in your 30s, I can barely get out of bed sometimes. So
I'm all right, but there's times where I'm like,
I do the whole thing where I rub my knees before I get out of bed. Like, all right, let's go.
Yep. Or they say that's when you know you're getting old. When you get in your 30s, you start making that noise to sit down and get up. I did a lot of work yesterday. I was like, nope,
can't arrived. Sit down. Yes, sir.
Let me see here. No issues for Perry after that spot. Darby was hurt, but got checked out at the hospital. Appears to be okay. No major injuries from him. Copeland was hurt from the cage dive, but I don't know the severity yet. So that's the update on that. The FTW championship thing, I'm not saying like bump it to the fullest, but we'll see. I feel like Jericho's matches or one of these matches could have been left off here. Maybe Moxley and Takeshita probably. Looking at this card, I think if you left one match off this, you would have had a much higher feeling for people coming to the show. Just me.
I don't mind, man. They put on a pay-per-view and it was amazing. And
yeah,
4.5 hours.
You want $50? You got to give someone some of these little matches. Maybe it's not for you; it's for someone else, bro.
WWE puts on $9.99 pay-per-views.
I'm moving on from that.
That's what. No, I'm not even being funny right now.
It's the
WWE puts on $9.99 pay-per-views. That's what they do. There's only one exception or two exceptions, and it's because you can't even include Survivor Series anymore and shows that get you all hyped up. WrestleMania and SummerSlam deliver, but other than that, you're gonna get what you pay for. You pay $9.99, and that's the kind of pay-per-view they put out. $9.99.
I think the War Games match could be done. It's just weird when it's like War Games is scheduled or Blood and Guts is scheduled for a time period, but
see, because I used to get mad about WWE PLEs. I used to, this is terrible. They put on 5 matches and 4 of them could have been on Raw. Then I realized first of all, they don't give a crap what we want anyway. But number 2, we're paying $10. They know we're paying $10. And they're like, you know what? You're paying $10. We're going to give you $10 worth. AEW gave you $50 worth.
Joel bringing up the cage. We're going to get to that momentarily with the announcement with that. So, wait a minute. If you take OC and Trent, Mox and Takeshita away, 3-way match, and I'd give this a 10, but a solid 8 for me. AEW doesn't miss on pay-per-view. Mox knocked out Takeshita out on Wednesday. I want to see that. Saraya went after Monet. What do you mean by that? Does anyone know?
The attack.
She attacked her?
The attack. I think that's speculation about who went after her.
Ah, okay. Interesting. She technically was the person who gave her last match before she had to take that time off. Turn should have happened during the match. The ice bath was to hide the fire. Yeah. Absolutely, clown. The fact they let Monet win clean was what I didn't enjoy about the match. I need some duckery. I like that you covered that up for the finish. Should have been part of the match, in my opinion. Hope and Copeland's injury isn't too bad. Yes, and I guess we can get into one of the good things for the show. MJF's back. He is back once again. Made his return afterwards. What did you feel for MJF here, Sean?
It was needed.
Uplifting.
They did what they had to do. Last night was a big night. It was the 6th installment of Double or Nothing, which means it's the 5th year. For those mathematicians out there, WrestleMania 1 is the first day, and then a year later is WrestleMania 2. How is it the 2nd anniversary if it's only been a year ago? It's the same show. So this is the 6th Double or Nothing. I'm talking about something that happened in my comments today. It was like, it's 6 years. No, it's not 6 years. They've had 6 Double or Nothings, and this is the 5th year. Dummy. But anyway, they did a great job. They pushed all their chips to the middle of the table. MJF coming back was appropriate. He is AEW. So if he's still under contract, it's time to come in. He's had enough time off. He's been off for like 5 months.
Yeah. I mean, It was the question was, did he need surgery or not? But we didn't know that. And this is why it's important to hold these things kind of close, right?
Right.
This is what I personally think this is what fans should be doing. We should be talking about these things, speculating. But I like when the wrestlers hold things close because then we don't know. And then when he showed up, it was like, oh, that's cool. That's what's up.
Right.
You know, I know there was speculation beforehand, but listen, MJF being back is nothing but a good thing for that company. They need all the star power they can get, especially on television. And if he can't wrestle, maybe you have someone do a GM role. You know?
There you go.
Vinny said those $9.99 are affordable PPVs, though.
Yeah, they're affordable. That's why you're getting, crappy matches like Zoe Stark. I'm never going to stop referencing that match.
And you know what, Sean? Not to be funny, that might change with AEW too, though. People are complaining about the price point. Then when it goes to $9.99, man, how come we're not getting as many good matches as we used to and stuff? You guys are telling them what to do. If you don't spend the money, then they don't care. Okay, well, we'll just go that route. You know what I mean? And I know that they shouldn't be full blown like that, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, okay, we'll go to
100% right, bro. You're 100% right. See, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to take 30 seconds and I'm going to move back to what we're talking about. WWE charges what they charge. But you have to expect, my guy Derek, but you have to expect that you're going to get a lower quality product. If you don't want to see LWO versus Hurt Business in a 6-man tag on pay-per-view, too damn bad. Because WWE is charging you $9, and they know they're charging you $9. Don't expect to see Hogan, Prime Flair, Prime Rock, and Prime Austin against Prime NWO at Backlash when you're paying $9.99.
To me, what AEW showed me was, remember when we all thought pay-per-view was dying because no one was buying the WWE pay-per-views? No, it was because they were bad. No one was buying them. That's what the issue was. Vinny said, imagine paying $50 for Fastlane. Imagine paying $50 for King of the Ring, bro. You're paying $10 per match. Are these matches worth the $10 then? They wouldn't be. I'm sorry to say it. I would want more for a show than that. You're leaving a lot of people off the cards. When's the last time Rey Mysterio was on pay-per-view? We could play these games all day. I walked away, man. I walked away. Is he an AEW lifer? His promo will age poorly if he ever jumps to WWE. No, it won't. He'll just get a WWE tattoo on the other leg. He's got to where he can cover it up. AEW gave MJF his opportunity.
Sure
MJF was good in MLW. He was good before this, and people knew that. That's why Cody picked him. He'll be fine one day. But AEW is what, if he ever gets to go to WWE, it's because of AEW. WWE could have had him. They could have had Cargill. They could have had a lot of people. But then once they saw the star power on the screen, they were like, I see it. Because you know what solves all the problems in WWE? And this might be under the old regime, but I think it's the new too. Money solves all problems. Not better behavior. Not let's change our ways. Money. Derek coming in, Gangrel the Impaler. I'm still waiting for you, Derek. I hope you've been thinking about a Gangrel moment in WWE that was better than what happened last night. Good luck.
Hard pressed.
I just need DMD to come back. That injured list, bro, you can build a roster with how many people are injured right now in AEW.
100.
Heels can win clean, in my opinion. Doesn't always need to be booked at Titan. He put the trademark on it when he wrote it. The Titan protection booking. Yeah, I agree with that. Give me a Sid. How many people are illegally streaming $9.99 shows versus $49.99 shows? You tell me.
Well, I would assume that more people buy WWE pay-per-views because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
That's part of the network. It's part of the Peacock thing.
Yeah, but guess what? Peacock's going up.
Yeah, I heard.
And then where are you going to move it all to? Oh, Netflix? You're more money, please. So get ready to cough it up. Sean sounds like me. He does his research. Oh yeah, we've been doing.
Thank you, Mike. I try to talk, with some sense behind what I'm saying. I like to look things up and make sure I'm factual. The bottom line is, for me, WWE are being one thing you've never heard me say, Conrad, that I think WWE has stupid business practices. You've never heard me say that. They're very strategic and smart when it comes to business. I don't like their product.
We just think they're unethical
I love their
sometimes.
Business.
We just think they're unethical. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course it's a smart move to say if you air Starrcade, you won't get WrestleMania. Of course that's smart. It's unethical. It doesn't mean you're actually good. You threaten people to get the way that you wanted to get.
The difference between me and, dare I say, Conrad, and people in World Wrestling Entertainment, Conrad and I like to sleep at night. WWE doesn't care about sleeping at night. WWE will rip your throat out and smile and sleep like a baby. I'm not that kind of a person.
And I hope people feel like they've gotten better with it. I saw someone bring up 2-night shows. WWE would never lie to someone and then bait and switch them. Would you say that, Sean?
I would agree.
Good. So SummerSlam, 2 nights. First night 2026 after they were promised WrestleMania.
What a slap in the face.
Minneapolis, baby.
What a slap in the face.
Yeah, this is definitely like a make good.
They're unscrupulous, bro. WWE does not care, bro.
Yo, that's a big word there. I like that.
Yeah, I said it, and it's right, too.
I know. That's a good
WWE
word,
does not care, Conrad. They do not give a crap about what people think. They don't care about Minnesota. They don't care about the Vikings. They don't care about the Minnesota Twins. They don't care about their governor, their mayor. They don't care about nothing. They care about money. They ripped WrestleMania away, and they gave them SummerSlam as a consolation prize, and they could care less.
In England is being discussed, someone said, for SummerSlam 25. We'll see. McKinney said the MJF return was needed. No one is must-watch hot due to the direction of the story, but MJF could spark a lot of stories. But I wouldn't spend too much time on that devil crap story, one and done. He still has to get his revenge. Gabe says, what up, guys? Saw the MJF return on YouTube. I thought it was handled perfectly. Like to hear that, Gabe. Vinny says he hates 2-night SummerSlam and WrestleManias. Make a 1-night 4-hour show again. I don't think they can do that, though, with the amount of talent that they have on the card and people wanting time for their matches. I don't mind the 2-night format as long as I'm not there and I'm spending the money.
They're freaking pigs. They're money-grubbing pigs. They don't care about anybody but themselves and their wallets. They're gonna sit up here. You know what SummerSlam 2 nights makes room for? It makes room for Ricochet versus Tozawa for the Speed Championship. That's what it makes room for.
There's some filler in there, but you got to mix it up. But I do think the 2 nights offers at least. If you were going to keep it that 1 day, 8 hours, bro, I had to go, man. Like the shows were getting so long that people were like passed out. You're
doing it again, Conrad. You're doing it again.
No, I'm standing firm on this.
You are making excuses for these clowns.
Sean, all right.
There is no reason. I'm going to let you talk. There is no reason for SummerSlam to be 2 nights. That is nothing but a money grab.
Well, I thought it would be better for WrestleMania. WrestleMania, I don't mind it as much. Because those shows were 8 hours. Sean, remember WrestleMania 35? I want you to go from like 32 to 35.
You always reference this, bro. I know what you're talking about. It was a long show, yes.
Long ain't the word.
Oh, my God.
We were throwing out pizza boxes.
If you throw on a hoodie, you have nothing to complain about, Conrad. Throw on a hoodie. If you were out there in a T-shirt,
no.
You talking about how cold it was?
No, I'm not talking about that at all.
I thought about how cold it was.
I thought I was going to get to talk here. Hold on.
I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
So my point was, these shows are long, bro. I remember the length of them. Like, I remember just being there like, dude, I can't even keep my eyes open anymore.
Oh, you were tired?
Where's the main event? Where is Triple H and Roman? Boo! Yeah, I'm like, bro, just spear him and end this. Like, I already know what's happening. Like, you get frustrated from it. So I was like, okay, if we need to add more time to stuff so that other stuff gets time, cool. Or you got to do what Sean said. You have to trim all the fat off the show. There is no fat on this show at all.
Right.
Celebrity, all that stuff gets taken out. Brandon the Ruiner says AEW can do more in wrestling now than WWE because they don't care about the fans. And Becky might be going to AEW because her contract is up next month. And WWE sucks at pay-per-views and AEW can make much better. I don't see Becky going.
I don't see Becky going. I wish, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's happening. 2-night pay-per-views are unfair to fans that want to go live. Yeah, that I will agree with. Andy said $30. That ain't happening, brother. I don't think so. Not today. T. Ferg said, "What up, fellas? Enjoyed your post show of Double or Nothing. Is Swerve a transitional champion? Joe should have kept the title until Wrestle Dream into Tacoma." No, I don't agree with that. I think that Swerve has done a tremendous job, and he's the right person. What up, E? I'm gonna jump forward here with some of these comments. I appreciate you guys, but we got to stay on track here. But thank you. If you guys got something to say, put it in all caps, and I'll make sure I try to read that. Let's get into what do you want to do next here, Sean?
We'll get into that Monday Night Raw and Saudi.
Should we real quick before we get?
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you're bad. He talked about me being bad. Listen to him. Real quick before we get off AEW.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Let's do this real quick. Mark Henry confirms his departure from AEW. Now, when I heard this, Sean, I kind of wanted to feel away because he did an announcement. And I was like, "Is this LeBron James Miami Heat stuff again?" Like, I hated LeBron doing that. But it wasn't on ESPN. It was on his own show. And then I just was like, you know what? Let me remove myself from this. Mark Henry said he wants to focus on his own brands and stuff like that. How do you view this Mark Henry leaving? Is this like trouble in paradise? He was one of the guys that stuck up for Punk, kind of.
I think it's one of those small instances where it's really just him moving on. Honestly, I don't gather. My spirit doesn't tell me that there's something going on. I think honestly, he's just like, I'm just a behind the scenes guy anyway. Maybe his show is doing well and he wants to just put more effort into, like you said, his own brand. I don't think there's anything to it.
Okay. Let's get
just a hunch.
And then let me say this real quick. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday for Dynamite. They have the Forbidden Door Casino Gauntlet. Winner will challenge Swerve for the world title at Forbidden Door. Make sure you join me and Derek live at 10:10 on Everything Pro Wrestling. Subscribe if you are interested in looking for more AEW content. Yes, sir. Let's talk King and Queen of the Ring, folks. Please do not encourage this man. Monday Night Raw in Saudi.
That's what it was. I'm lazy. Monday Night Raw in Saudi.
We need to keep it sweet Saudi money and just remember the numbers, folks. Sweet Saudi money 13. They are, and I've heard they might be re-upping.
Think about this, Conrad. I'm sure this hasn't dawned on you because you probably haven't thought about it, and if I were you, I wouldn't be thinking about it either. Tonight's women's title match is going to be better than the one at the pay-per-view.
Are you talking about this women's title match?
Exactly. That's why I brought it up. See, WWE, I don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself, doesn't give a crap what you want.
This just makes Quills look right about the rematches, too.
And at the end of the day, you know what? Let's go down the tiers of the card. And you tell me if this wasn't Raw, Saturday Raw. You tell me. You tell me if this wasn't Thursday Raw Thursday on a Saturday. You tell me.
So let's see what we got. Some good comments coming in. People laughing at Hubs.
No, they're not laughing at me. Vinny's laughing with me because he agrees. M. Leezy agrees.
Well, I mean, laughing at your comments.
No, I know. I'm not that sensitive, bro. I'm telling you that WWE, bro, I don't understand. Like, it's so obvious that they don't care, bro. They botched, and by the way, thank you for correcting me on that last night. They botched the King of the Ring final on purpose. What? So what you're telling me is, WWE, you want us to pay our hard-earned money to watch the conclusion of the King of the Ring, and you botch the ending on purpose to milk another match? Are you kidding me?
Let's run through this.
They're pathetic. They're pathetic.
Can we run down this?
You're the boss. You do what you got to do.
I'm not the boss.
They make me sick.
I'm the CEO. See, until you set it up. So Sean hates that song for the record. Not
so
a fan.
Stupid.
Oh
my
God,
though, Conrad, that's why I love
gonna,
you, brother. Thanks for making me laugh.
People are gonna start doing that. I like the crowns better. Like I said, we're not getting the antler ones anymore and stuff like that. But these are close-up looks of the crowns because you're gonna see pictures of them momentarily. Pre-show, women's tag titles were defended against Candice and Indy.
Just hearing you talk about this makes me laugh. Tell them who they defended the title against, Conrad. Tell them.
Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair defended the titles against Candice LeRae.
No, say it again. Say it with your chest. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, the most dominant female tag team probably of all time, defended the title on a pay-per-view against who?
Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
They're pathetic! They're pathetic! Holy crap! They are pathetic! Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell on pay-per-view? Are you freaking kidding me? And you want us to take the Women's Tag Team Championship seriously? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what
you travel on a plane to go to the other side of the world to watch Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Holy crap. Unbelievable. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It was a solid defense, as you can see. The ladies came
defense.
out.
A solid defense.
And they did their thing out there in these streets, man. So good for them. Let's move into the main card here. Let's get into Queen of the Ring. Lyra Valkyria. I'm gonna need somebody who I'm getting reverb a little from you, Sean. I need someone to tell me, like, yo, what's the deal with this, bro? Like, why is Lyra special? I don't know if it's a me thing. I don't know if it's a someone else thing, but I don't get it.
Neither do I.
I don't get it. And I don't mean that like she's a bad wrestler. She's not at all. She's a good wrestler. I just don't what's the big deal here? Is she good at making people look good? Is that what I'm supposed to be invested in with her? I'm just trying to figure it out because it's not lining up for me. So McKinney, I think he's our NXT expert. I'll give him that title. What's going on with her? Like, what's the deal? I love the finish for this, though. I thought it was very creative. I don't know how you felt. I know Sean's not a big fan of the bonsai drops. I've been waiting to hear this from him. Here, let me pull this up. She went for a power bomb like this, and then Nia just, no pun intended, annihilated her with that sit down bonsai drop and gets the win and becomes Queen of the Ring. Triple H presented it to her. She gets her crown. What did you think, Sean? And title shots are on the line now. Good to know, Hunter, right before the main show when we get to the finals. Would have been nice for someone in the beginning to know that. But what did you think of this?
The right woman won. Okay, so, but I'm trying to remain calm here. Okay, why is not someone Michael P.S. Hayes, Bruce Pritchard, from Heaven, Gorilla Monsoon? Why is somebody, because Triple H ain't, why is someone not telling Nia Jax that she cannot put all of her body weight on her opponent's chest? Why is someone not explaining to this woman that she's going to break someone's sternum if she continues to execute that move that way. Yokozuna, God rest his soul, conducted the bonsai drop the way Nia Jax does one time, and it was an accident. And the guy almost freaking died.
It was not an accident.
Okay, fair enough. There's a backstory to that. He did it one time like that. You were supposed to brace yourself, land on your feet, and let your weight fall on the person's chest with only 75 to 80% impact, because Nia Jax, no shaming her body at all. She's a beautiful woman. Nia, is it safe to say she's 200 pounds plus? I'm not being funny about that at all. I'm not being disrespectful at all. Is she 190 to 200 pounds? Right. I'm not being disrespectful when I say that. She's a beautiful woman, okay? And a tremendous athlete. But when you drop 190 to 200 pounds, look at how she executes the move. Am I the only one who notices this? It's dangerous. It's a historically significant move. And it's a family move. I love the fact that she's using it. But the way she's doing it is not safe.
I don't know, because here's where I'm going to step out of the wrestler realm, for me at least. I don't know what makes that move super safe and what does it. Have I seen one that I was like, ooh, there was one. I think it was on
like I said, Yoko almost destroyed a guy. I thought it was an accident.
Yeah, well, he let his feet slip out from under him. Apparently, that guy was disrespectful.
Okay.
And I don't know the whole story with it, but that was it. I don't know. ES, real quick, I'm going to answer your question. Is Indy doing stuff with Dexter Lumis? No, he's been missing since Gomez era, honestly. I don't know. I can't really say anything bad about it. I don't know enough about the move. I don't know if people are being hurt or whatnot. I would assume if someone was being hurt, they would go to Triple H and be like, yo, we can't do that no more. Switch it up. Go to a different move.
I know about the move, Conrad. I don't claim to know it all, bro. But when I'm passionate like this is not Jay Uso and I'm talking about real life here. I'm talking about somebody getting injured. She's dropping. You can see her feet come out. You're not supposed to. She lets go of the ropes. You're not supposed to do that.
Her setup is much quicker than most. Like, when people do the Vader bomb, they wait a second and then they go down.
Yes, exactly. You're not supposed to do that. She's going to hurt somebody, man. Watch it again. Not McKinney. M. Leezy was talking about. I challenge every one of you guys. Please, and not the one where Yoko made the mistake on purpose, whatever, when he squashed the guy that was getting on his nerves.
When he kicks his feet out.
Okay, thank you, bro. I'm talking about Yokozuna and Rikishi. Shout out to Eazy-E also. And Rikishi conducting that move. They keep their opponents safe. Nia Jax is dropping her entire body. Why am I the only one who's upset about this?
I think it's because here's my thing, Sean. I don't get in the ring, so I don't ever want to tell someone like, oh, yeah, I know what it's like to be in there. If someone ever offered to me, and let me say this, when me and Sean were growing up, when we were 18, it wasn't that easy to get into the wrestling business. Right. I tried to Google search wrestling schools because, you were like, oh, I might be interested in trying this out or getting into it. You know why I couldn't get into it? It was like a secret society club still in all my areas. Nobody would tell you about it. How do you get in? What do you got to do? No one would tell you. So I don't claim to be a wrestler. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. If that's what's going on, I think the truth will eventually be revealed. Like, yeah, you got to stop doing that. Am I saying Sean's wrong? No. Sean sees what he sees with his eyes. If he's seeing someone looks like they're in pain or she's kicking her feet out or something bad's happening on the setup for it, he might be right too.
If they're now, I want to amend what I said slightly, brother. Okay. If there is something that the opponent, and to use the most two recent opponents, Lyra Valkyrie and or Bianca Belair, if there's something that the opponents are doing, clenching their ribs, maneuvering their body, tightening up their core, that stops them from being hurt, okay, then I'll admit I was wrong. But if that's not the case, if you're looking simply at the execution of that move, Nia Jax drops her entire body weight on the person's chest. It is not the way Yokozuna or Rikishi did it. It's just not. And it makes me cringe. I thought she killed Valkyrie. I thought she freaking killed her, bro.
That's why I thought it was a great finish, though. I was like, man, if everything went to plan and that went right, that looked brutal. Vinny brings up a good point that I was going to ask you about, too, here. So she's got the title match against Bayley. I think I've seen a couple people say Nia's beating Bayley for the championship. Not everyone's meant to have a 6-year-long title reign. But Triple H coming out to raise everyone's hands. I've seen this lately being said by a lot of people on other podcasts, even that I've just kind of given a quick listen to as a kind of, friend to friend, like, hey, check out my podcast. Triple H is in the beginning opening package now, then, now, forever, together, right. Whatever it says. I don't know what it is now.
Then now, get it together, right?
On sale right now on Threadless.com, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Vinny says that Triple H coming out and presenting the crown seems more like look at me. And I know people didn't mind the pictures at first, but people are like, now the pictures are getting cringe. What do you guys think of that? And I'm posing that chat to the chat too. What do you feel on that with Triple H?
I think it's a power play. I think it's about getting attention. That's not really his. I do see it more of like a look at me kind of deal. I do. It's getting a little bit. It's corny now. It's like every title change, you have to take a picture with the champ. That's and then you have to come out and present the crown or present the champ. It's a little corny. It is.
Yeah. Man, Matt said I've rewatched that Yoko moment many a times.
Yeah, that particular one. Educate me real quick. 30 seconds. He did it on purpose?
Yes, because the jobber was being disrespectful backstage. So there's certain things that you do and there's certain things that you don't do in pro wrestling. Apparently he violated something.
Because you know exactly the moment I'm talking about.
Oh, I can see the face. I can see the butt hitting the face and then falling on it again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that dude was probably, and you could see afterwards he was like, get off of him, and he stayed there. He didn't get up right away. He stayed there like, I'm gonna let you know. And it's weird because in wrestling, that dude's trusting you with his body.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently he did something to Fuji or someone that made them upset. And they told Yoko, you know what to do. And he's the one who would have to deal with them. No let me see here. I don't know. I feel like if anything, she's Becky Lynch's replacement because she acts just like her in a way, but she's good in the ring. But I'm not sure to her as her appeal to NXT. Okay, so even McKinney seems like he's not for sure what Lyra Valkyria is.
You know, the Irish angle, and I'm only saying Irish angle because Becky brought it up. The Irish angle, I think, would put them in a position to challenge for the tag team championships. Like, they have a natural connection. I'm sure they'd make a good team.
You could. I don't think that would hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just watched a video of Banzai drops and agree, Yoko. So Gabe's with you.
Thank you, Gabe. I think so too. I mean, he braces himself. I appreciate that. Everybody, go YouTube after the show's over. Go to YouTube and just Google Yoko and Rikishi's Banzai drops. I just think they executed safer. That's all.
E said, Common once said, "Don't violate or you get violated."
Easy. If you are stupid enough to disrespect Yokozuna, you deserve what you get. I don't know what that guy may have said or done.
No, I don't know what this is referring to, though. He might be saying, homeboy might have, don't come in there violating, and then we got him. Yeah.
About Yoko doing the Banzai drop?
Yeah, on him. He might have
right, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, whatever this guy did, whatever this kid did, I mean, he must have really pissed him off because Yoko destroyed that guy. What happened? If memory serves at the start of the time. Okay, here we go. Oh, I thought, what are we talking about, bro? Talk to me. For people listening on audio, Conrad is crying, laughing right now, silently. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's McKinney's comment. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to jump to McKinney's real quick. You got to read.
All right, McKinney's hilarious, bro. All right. All right, we have to do justice and at least, okay, he says it, he doesn't cuss or anything, so I'm going to read the comment. McKinney says, in reference to Nia, them buns might be hella soft, but her letting go of the top rope was a mistake, but that finish was great, Queen Nia.
Why did he mention the buns? That's what I read. That we're trying to be professionals. We're on air. We're professionals over here. We're talking about buns.
Look, McKinney is hilarious,
buns.
man. McKinney's hilarious. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna amend what I said, bro. I'm gonna assume. This is a shout out to McKinney, to Easy, and to you, Conrad. I still think I'm right, but I'm gonna assume that the opponent has come up with a way to protect themselves. Maybe they tighten their core to the point where it doesn't matter. Yeah?
Maybe
they tighten their core so she can drop all 200 pounds, again, respectfully, she's a beautiful woman, on the person's chest, and it's not going to do any damage. Because other than that, I don't understand what's going on.
I don't know, but Doug brought up a good point. He said he got buns I dropped as a kid from off a fire hydrant. Backyard wrestling is never appropriate. Don't do it. I know people do. And he said that it knocked the wind out of him for sure. So you have to be careful with doing certain moves.
Conrad, am I bugging? She does the move different.
I don't. Here's the only thing I've noticed with the move as compared to Rikishi, Yoko, anyone else who's ever done it. The timing, she is very quick to set up. It's quick. Like, she's up on that rope. She's coming right down. She's not doing the, like, you know, they wait on the ropes for a second, get your footing. Okay, boom. Instead, she's just like, boom, boom, boom. It's coming down, and it's over. That's it. That's her finisher.
Let me give you guys a little bit of physics. I think this is the right thing. Physics, all right? When I land on you, okay, if my feet are off the ground, right? My feet are off the ground. When I land on you, if my feet are off the ground after I land, would that not mean that my entire body weight is on you?
It could be, depending on how your feet are positioned.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Because you could, well, now someone's gonna start making it nasty if I start saying what I'm gonna say.
No, I'm not body shaming Nia.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna start saying something that people are gonna start making it nasty. Like if you're squatting, like in that position where your feet are down, you could.
We're gonna take it there now, Lord.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not being nasty. I'm just saying these are athletes. So
look, all I'm saying is if somebody gets stretchered out legitimately, remember I said it first.
Kevin Nash complained about Mabel too. Kevin Nash's word ain't going too good around here these days.
Yes! Thank you, Conrad. That's why you're the best in the freaking business. That's what it reminds me of. When he squashed Diesel, when Mabel squashed Diesel, that's what it reminds me of.
And then Diesel proceeded to squash his career after, but yes.
Touche. But that's what it reminds me of when Mabel squashed Diesel. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Nia has improved, to be fair. I see a lot of people saying that.
I think so too. Conrad, have I not said she's gotten better?
Well, I think we all have.
Yeah.
She's proven us wrong. Good. We won't mention who. Someone said in the shoot that if Yoko liked you or respected you, he would be as light as a feather. You wouldn't feel a thing. But if he didn't, then it'd be a lot more reckless.
Well, Yoko was legit 560, 580. So if he dropped on you for real, that doesn't seem safe.
Yeah. Let's get into the next match, which was for the Intercontinental Championship.
Jesus.
We had a tremendous triple threat.
Shut up!
I have to do this when you're being negative. I'm just going to...
Conrad, I love you, bro, but don't... Conrad, you're killing me!
We had a triple threat match with Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn, and Chad Gable. The story of this was really Otis. What was Otis going to do?
Right, you're right. That was the whole story. Yeah.
So we all knew what this was designed to do. Chad Gable did not eat the pin. Bronson Reed did, and he was defeated. Listen, Rob has had the best idea I've read what to do with Bronson Reed moving forward. Get him and not Obafemi. Who's the other brother that got called up to Raw and then they had him? He was big dude, another big guy with the dreads. Oh, this is gonna make me so mad. Someone please put this in the chat. Odyssey Jones. There it is. It just hit me. Odyssey Jones. Put them together and make them the new Natural Disasters. They could squash people. Thank you, James. Yes, put them together and they would destroy people for sure. Chad,
for the record, I want everybody to know me telling my brother to shut up is strictly just having fun. That's my dog. But Conrad is actually poking fun at me. That's the reason why I said that. And secondly, what a disgrace. We're talking about the Intercontinental Championship, bro.
I mean, it wasn't an awful match.
It's not pay-per-view worthy, Conrad. It's not. Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn is a Monday Night Raw match.
Isn't this whole card Monday Night Raw, though? Isn't that?
Except for Becky versus Liv, yes.
Some people say house show, even.
House show's a great analogy, absolutely.
Gable should have won. Not yet. Not yet. They're going to try to milk this time out for Sammy. By the way,
Gable will be another person to get a singles championship before Jey Uso.
I want to bring up something to you, Sean. I want your thoughts on this.
Sure. Sami
Zayn is frustrated, it sounded like, with the booking.
Oh, please.
No. I'm not being funny. Sami Zayn, so someone asked him about becoming the world champion. He was like, well, under Gomez's era, he was like, under the previous regime, things could change like this. So one day you might be on it and they're feeling you. Then the next day you're off. Like, okay, what did I do? But there was always a chance that you could get back in it. Like, I got an idea for you. Here's what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
You knock it out the park, then you're back and get an opportunity. He said he felt like he had a better chance at becoming world champion than now. Because now I think he's seeing gotta wait your turn. This isn't my long-term vision. This isn't what I want to do yet. Because we know what the vision is for this, don't you? Chad Gable's going to beat him.
Yes.
Then what? That's what Sammy's seeing is then what's the then what? What's after that?
I'm really sad you just revealed that to me, Conrad. And I'm going to tell you why. I've had a great deal of respect for Sami Zayn. We all know that I'm Jey Uso's number one fan, right? And there's a lot of people who have had singles championships that are not named Jey Uso. Sami Zayn, and I'm saying this very seriously, but also very respectfully, Sami Zayn is a tremendous professional wrestling talent. Sami Zayn should be thankful that he is where he is, and he needs to keep his mouth shut and do his job. He doesn't like the direction of the booking. He just ended Gunther's historic reign. What more does he want at Wrestle Freaking Mania? What more could he possibly want?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Inside the Ropes, and it says Sami Zayn reveals his chances of winning the WWE Championship were higher under VKM, we'll just say. And I think he was just asked a question and he answered it honestly. Let me see. You want the quotes?
Sure.
You let me read these?
Mm-hmm.
He says, here's how I see it. I think Hunter sees me differently from how Vince saw me, especially as a good guy. I think Vince saw me much more of a bad guy for a number of reasons. He saw some of my irksome qualities that he thought lent itself to being an irksome character. Having said that, I think things were a lot more predictable because of the nature of Vince's week-to-week kind of approach, that sometimes the marble would just fall into the right hole. Now you're champion. Whereas with Hunter, I think it's much more that he has a longer term vision. And if you're not part of that vision, then the chances of you breaking into that vision are much slimmer. And then it says in regards to the possibility of becoming the top champ, Zayn added that although he could have won the title under McMahon, it would have not likely been the valiant babyface victory that many would have expected. It's kind of a double-edged sword, he said. He might see me in the way that lends itself to being more of that in that mix and possibly winning it, but on the other hand, I could have just slipped on a banana peel and won the world title. I just do my best. I just give the best performances I can give, and I try to perform with as much emotion as possible, tell the best stories I can tell, and hope that it'll eventually get me there. So I don't know if it's complaint. It's just more of he sees the style difference. Like if Triple H doesn't see it now, when's he going to see it? He said, and this, I think this came from, he said he would like to be world champion one day, but
whatever. And I'm saying whatever to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn needs to just chill out. Sami Zayn just, I can't even say his name. Sami Zayn just ended Gunther's undefeated streak. There's nothing to complain about.
I know, but listen, you got to remember these are dudes who have goals and everything. Sammy's probably at the later end of his career. Then he's like, is this ever going to happen for me?
Kurt Hennig,
yeah,
Scott Hall, ravishing Rick Rude.
Those are shames too, though, Sean.
Like, they were definite shames, and they were better than Sami Zayn can ever dream to be.
Let's take it easy now.
Take it easy. What am I taking easy?
No, I think Sammy's great though. I think Sammy's a great baby face.
Sammy's good. Sammy's good.
He's a great baby face, I think.
Sammy's good. Sammy's good. He's not in anywhere. I just made a comment that you said I need to take easy, right? Kurt Angle, excuse me.
I think, let me say this. He's just as good as Mr. Perfect at being sympathetic in taking bumps as Mr. Perfect is as making someone look good. I think he's one of the best sympathetic wrestlers in ring. Go back and watch those takeover matches, the early ones. People were cheering for him to get up and do something. Please get up. And Kevin Owens is powerbombing this man to death. And they just, he ain't getting up. Because he can make you feel the sympathy for him. I think Rey Mysterio is great at it too. If you ask me, like, who's another great sympathetic wrestler, Rey Mysterio. Even though he probably deserves it some of the time.
I respect you, Conrad.
What is that? Brian Pillman? I respect you, Booker Man. What does that mean?
That means I respect you. That means I respect you. I respect your opinion. Couldn't disagree more.
Wow. I just don't want you to undersell Sammy though. I think he's good.
I'm not underselling him. I think he's good. I think that
is Sammy more effective as a heel or a babyface to you?
As a babyface.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree. At one point, I thought they were crazy for making him a heel, but
what I'm having difficulty with, you just disagreed with me, which you have every right to. That, well, I mean, let me say this correctly.
I didn't disagree. I think
you said you wanted me to take a beat when I said that Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, and Scott Hall are head and shoulders better than Sami Zayn could ever be. You wanted me to take a beat on that.
Well, I think he's closer than what I don't want to say head and shoulders better than all of, you know what I mean?
Head, shoulders, and torso?
I don't agree with that.
Entire body?
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, we're talking about three of the greatest of all time. Sami Zayn's not a Hall of Fame competitor.
Right, but they all had their vices as well, or issues, I'll say.
Oh, no, see, you're taking this somewhere else, bro. No.
But Sean, you're not
in ring it on the microphone, bro.
Why did Scott Hall never get the world title?
Scott Hall still should have got the world title. I'm so tired of this narrative that he didn't get a title, a world championship, because he was an alcoholic. Give me a freaking break, man. I'm not talking about you right now. You're reporting it as a journalist and somebody who knows the game is reporting because you know the history. I'm saying it's bullcrap. They pick who they want to pick. Don't get me started, Conrad. I swear to God, don't get me started. This is not about, well, you know what? We have a very strict policy about drugs and alcohol. If you do it, you're out of the championship picture. Wrong. They give it to who they want to give it to. It's all up to the decision makers. There's nothing cut and dry about if you do. I don't advocate doing drugs. I don't advocate alcoholism. But what I'm saying is Scott Hall not being world champion because he had an alcohol problem or an addiction problem is bogus. They use that to work the reason why he never, this is the reason, Scott, we can't give you the belt because you have these issues and you have, did Scott Hall in his first run with WWE miss dates?
Never.
Did Scott Hall injure someone in the ring because he had a problem that incapacitated him?
Never.
Then there's no validity to that argument.
Well, no, they let Shawn win the titles too. Listen, I'm not putting that.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm talking about that premise that Scott Hall, it's bogus.
Well, listen, what do people do in arguments though, Sean? They pick and choose when they want to use a
100%, brother.
And maybe that's what someone said, like, you can't give it to this guy because X, Y, and Z, whatever their problem is.
Right.
So, and listen, and what I was saying with Rick Rude and all them too is I know someone that Rick Rude punched in the face for no reason.
Well, so if you can educate me about a reason why Rick Rude didn't win.
Rick Rude punched someone in the face for no reason one time. I won't say, I'll tell you after. I know the person. The person told me this, and they said, yeah, Rick Rude punched me in the face one time for no reason. And Rick Rude
that's unacceptable, right?
He was dealt with accordingly, and then he came back and apologized because he was told to do that. Like, so there's issues sometimes too behind the scenes. Ted DiBiase, I couldn't tell you why it never happened.
Ridiculous.
They missed the boat.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, you missed the boat on some people. That's what I'm saying with this.
So to bring it back to the great point that you brought up and the great subject matter you brought up about Sami Zayn can't lace Scott Hall or Kurt Angle's boots.
But Kevin Owens has been the world champ. So okay, so Sammy's not good enough. Like, I know at one point that's where Kevin Owens was hot, but was Kevin Owens hotter than Sami Zayn?
Kevin Owens is better than Sami Zayn.
Really? You feel that way?
Oh, sure.
I don't these days.
Kevin Owens is better on the microphone than Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens is. You know what? I'm not going to say definitively that he's better in the ring than Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn's a very talented guy, but I think it's a toss-up in the ring, and I think Kevin Owens is better than him on the microphone.
Interesting. See, I kind of feel the other way. I feel like over time now I'm starting to see more. I'm like, nah, I think Sammy's the one.
Fair enough.
Let me see. Someone
good conversation though.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy versus Sting. Well, that was atrocious, bro. That was
like ridiculous, right?
Yeah. When Eric Bischoff's like change of plans, and people paid for that. You talk about not spending money on pay-per-views.
And I'm glad James brought that up, Conrad, because what I want to do is I want to really break down the difference. And it's a small diatribe I'm about to break down right now, but just bear with me. Jeff Hardy that night in TNA showed up to the ring twisted. It was the right thing to change the plan because I believe he was supposed to win that night, and they changed the plan. I don't know if he definitely was supposed to win, but it certainly was supposed to be a match more than 10 seconds, right? Bam, yeah. Cool. That decision was made on the spot because Jeff came to the ring impaired. What we're talking about is Scott Hall, to his own verbiage, God rest his soul, had a problem. But that problem never allowed him to come to the ring, at least in his first run in WWE, where he was going to hurt someone, where he was impaired, where he didn't show up when he was supposed to be there. So my point is simply this. You can't be selective in who you say can't be doing drugs and drinking alcohol, that you'll never be a champion. Because as my astute colleague and friend Conrad just brought up, Shawn Michaels. I love Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels did drugs. Shawn Michaels drank.
Allegedly.
We weren't there.
Don't sue us, Sean.
Yeah, we weren't there.
But he admitted
that he had some issues.
Yeah.
So come on, man. And at the end of the day, don't get me started on Jey Uso again. Because the whole DUI thing, come on, man. Give me a break.
Like I said, I'm sure people use it when they want to. Sami Zayn is still your Intercontinental Champion. I hope that they have a plan for Sami moving forward, and we'll see what happens with this. But we know what we're waiting for, and it's probably going to happen at Clash at the Castle's the next pay-per-view.
Clash at the Castle is like 3 weeks.
Drew McIntyre has also been announced that he's getting a title shot. #what rankings. Even though he's been out and Jey Uso beat him before to earn a title shot, now Drew is getting one. So Drew is next lined up for a championship match. But Nia Jax is going to the old SummerSlam to challenge Bayley more than likely. And we had King of the Ring, Randy Orton versus Gunther.
Sweet Jesus.
I want you to get a good look at the man in the striped shirt here, because this is who we are going to be looking at for why did you make that call? They had this match end with a crucifix style pen, and Randy Orton's shoulder was up. And I saw people putting up, they did this with Hogan and Andre. They did it with Becky and Ronda. I still think it's ridiculous that the ref is on the right side and he is looking at this shoulder being up. It never even touched, I don't think, the ground.
Wasn't even close.
They went with this. It's part of the story, I think. I don't know. Some people think it was a botch. I think it's part of the story.
I admit I thought it was a botch, and I think you corrected me. I'm on your side. I think it was on purpose.
Yeah, because then Triple H addressed it and acknowledged it. The referee's decision is final.
Yeah.
I feel like because I got the ball head, I could do this one. The referee's decision is final. And you got video replay, though. You wouldn't want to use it. NBA's got it, but I get pro wrestling. You need it like this. So, okay, we're at this point. Gunther ends up winning afterwards with this. It was the call I said as soon as they announced this term. I'm like, oh, Gunther's winning King of the Ring. I would have bet money from the day.
You really did call it. I got to give you credit for that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to sway from it no matter what. Was there ever a moment where I saw this in jeopardy? Maybe the Jey Uso match, but not even here. I didn't see it in jeopardy. I'm like, they're going with this dude fully all the way, and they're rocking with him.
Oh, and my theory that he might be turning face got erased after in the post match interview.
So do you think that he can challenge for Cody's title? Is this a way to sneak around Cody? Doesn't have any.
No, it's Triple H is very clear. Not that it really matters what they say because they can all what draft, right? But they said it's for the brand that you're working on championship. That technically would be the World Heavyweight Championship.
It makes me wonder then, because if Drew's challenging in between, then Gunther has the next shot. Heel versus heel. I'm interested to see what they do here.
Well, heel versus heel would then start getting me focused again on maybe I was right. That maybe Gunther is going to become a babyface.
And the greatest heel versus heel match that ever took place at SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels, Rick Martel, 1992. There will be no punching to the face. And they went out there for Sherry and did their thing. Classic match you guys have never seen. A classic mid-card.
So many quirky twists and turns, and it was fun.
And it might be the night that some people became men. That's all I'll say.
There you go.
You go out there, see what Sister
Everybody's
Sherry was rocking.
Moon over Miami.
The Denny
Shout
special.
out to Bobby Eaton. God rest his soul.
Doug said, I think it's technically Drew's rematch from the 5-minute title reign. Apparently, you get one of those too if you just win it. Someone saying Gunther versus Priest. Vinny said that the whole one shoulder down thing has been a trope since the beginning of pro wrestling. Yeah, it's just weak. Just let someone win, bro. Like, who cares? Okay. If you want to do a triple threat, then Orton could have got him back, but we'll see where this goes. I guess I'm paying attention to it. Any thoughts on this Orton Gunther thing?
I mean, King of the Ring they made it more prestigious with the title shot on the line, and then they, on purpose botched the match. It's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess anything to squeeze another match, right? Squeeze out another payday.
It's a story that never ends, and you got to keep it moving. People were talking about Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. This is a banger to a lot of people. I did not feel that way. I thought this was really good, but I'm not writing home about it either. Like it was good.
I'm not surprised you, bro. It was great.
Really?
It was a fantastic match.
I think is it the same story though that bugs you with it? Like same.
It was a fantastic match. But pointless. And that annoys me. I'm sick and tired of pointless, generic matches. It was an athletic contest. Both guys did very well in the ring. It was a stupid concept with a stupid match and a predictable ending. And in this case, predictable was not good. It just blows my mind. Like, it's like he just gets a random title shot for no reason. Like you said, hashtag what rankings. And I mean, it's like we knew it. It's silly, bro. But in the ring, they did a great job.
Let's see here. I think Drew wins it at Clash and loses it back to Priest at Money in the Bank. Oh, there are 2 pay-per-views in between. I forgot Money in the Bank, too.
Yeah, Money. Oh, God, don't get me started about what I want to happen at Money in the Bank.
They're cashing in for the tag team titles. What is this? I'm sorry, I had to.
That's cruel. That you're supposed to be my friend, bro.
I know. I think he is going to be in Money in the Bank. I just don't. I'm interested.
He's probably not going to win.
He'll be in it. He's going to be in it though.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. But yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, once we get to there. McKinney said, okay, Drew and Punk at SummerSlam. I could see that happening. Yeah. I thought it was a botch, but that finish is on the ref. I picked Gunther also, but I'm glad he didn't put the crown on. Makes you look goofy. I don't know if anyone's gonna take the Queen thing. I think Nia will be like Queen Nia. Like
Nia's gonna come out probably. I'm guessing. I have no inside information. Nia's gonna probably come out with like the cape and the crown and the scepter and everything.
She might. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. You know how it was back in the Attitude Era. Like Ken Shamrock never did it. Edge technically won like a fake Stanley Cup looking thing. And
some of the coolest kings in the ring of all time. I mean, obviously the coolest king in the ring ever was Stone Cold, and he never was going to come close to it. But Owen Hart was awesome. He embraced the king stuff, and who else embraced it? King Mabel embraced it. And there's another one I'm missing. Who embraced it and it was really fun?
Triple H.
No, Triple H didn't embrace it.
I'm trying to think of other. Bret Hart won it. I'm just trying to go through who won.
Okay, Bret, Owen, Mabel, Austin, Triple H, Shamrock, Billy Gunn, Kurt Angle.
Kurt
Angle. He embraced it. And King Booker. Shout out to B-Boy.
Yes.
And shout out to M. Leezy.
Let's see here. Regal did a good job with it too when he had it. He didn't go over the top with it, but he had the throne. They should have had AJ in this spot. I think AJ might go after Nick Aldis. I think this is how they get Nick Aldis. Fight? Remember he asked for the title shot. Nick Aldis was like, nah, I think you already had your chance.
Hey, you might be onto something.
TNA, bring back.
I thought he retired.
They might bring back the Dixieland match, baby. AJ and Nick Aldis part 2.
Wow, but I thought he retired.
We'll see. We'll see. He might come out. King Wood, someone said.
Well, we know retirement means nothing.
Pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Rockstar, is this confirmed? Are you letting me know that? Is that just a prediction? Let's see here. You gotta cut to Sean's face when you say cash it in for the tag belts isn't real. I'll give that one to Sean for his channel. For free.
Yeah, that was tough, man. That would break my heart, man. I'm telling you, I'm done with WWE if they do that, bro.
I think Money in the Bank's a tough concept to keep over. Listen, guys, let's do the Monday Night Raw preview real quick. You got the steel cage match, Becky and Liv. And then if you're looking for main events, you got one right here. Braun Strowman versus JD McDonough. They took care of business. It's back. I'm hyped for this one, man. I can't lie to you. I can't. If you can see Sean's face right now, I can't even fake doing this at all. I looked for what was the match card about. That was the only picture I had. Forgive me.
Oh, my sweet God. That's supposed to be a selling point. The fact that they even preview that match and put it on the website, it's ridiculous, man. Golly, that is disgusting. JD McDonough against Braun Strowman, a featured match on Monday night. Do you realize Monday Night Raw was a show that had Stone Cold Steve Austin against The Undertaker, that had The Rock against Triple H? Do you realize that this same show was a night that Shawn Michaels and Triple H faced each other in 2003 in an epic match? Do you not realize this is the same freaking show that Mike Tyson joined DX? And on the same show, you have Braun Strowman versus JD McDonough in a featured contest?
Funko Pop on a pole. Here, let's get to the main event, Sean. Let's calm Sean down a little bit. Let's get to Sean's website here real quick.
Oh my God.
Let me close this one here. We're going to Sean's thing here. Let's see. Hopefully we're on the side. Does it look good,
God.
Sean?
All right. I'm excited to see this. Thank you, brother.
All right, look, he tried to use cookies on us, y'all. Watch out for that. All right.
No chicanery going on.
All right. So Sean did a write-up. Oh, you put all your past ones in here.
Yeah, brother. It's all locked in. Make sure you check out the website, guys.
Look at the boxing. It is hwweekly.com. I'm throwing it into the chat. You know what? I got it afterwards. Remind me to paste that in there when we get
That's
back.
What's up.
Let's go into, so we are doing this division by division right now. And Sean came up to me. He's like, Kyra, would you like to help me? I don't like doing these lists because it always starts controversy amongst people. How did you put these 10 people together? How'd you forget so-and-so? How'd you forget that person? Pump your brakes, kids. All right. So me and Sean went in here and we decided to do a top 10. Sean, give it to him, brother.
Well, first of all, I'm really excited because, this is the brand new website. I hope you guys like it. Go to hwweekly.com. I mean, all I can say is God is good, man. Conrad, thank you for all your contributions. It means a lot, man. I worked really hard on this. It just launched last week. I hope you guys like it. But the first featured article, everything else is brand new podcasts and retro articles. But the first debut article on the website is Conrad and I's top 10 pro wrestlers in the industry today. And this is the men's edition. The women's edition and the tag team division are coming soon. And Conrad, just scroll down for me, man. The first list is my list. Well, and the second list is going to be
I want you to give them the criteria first.
Okay, cool. Well, the criteria that we came up with is the following: in-ring performance, popularity, and microphone and interview ability. So when you combine those three elements, where we decided who in the industry are the best wrestlers in the world today. Now, keep in mind, MJF just came back last night. That's why MJF did not make my top 10 list, but he is in the top of my honorable mentions. So with that criteria in mind, the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly top 10 men's division in the world today. Honorable mention to Josh Alexander, MJF, Samoa Joe, and Christian Cage. At number 10, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to lock in and feel me on this. I'm going to give a quick synopsis. I'm going to let Conrad do a synopsis of his. Number 10 on my list, yes, Jey Uso did make my top 10. Jey Uso is not going to be in the top 5, top 1, top 3, but Jey Uso deserves to be in a top 10 list in the industry today in 2024 because of the criteria listed above. He is not great on the microphone, which is why he would not be a top 5. He has a halfway decent moveset, contrary to what McKinney thinks. God bless you, brother. But arguably, and I don't even think it's arguable, Jey Uso is the most popular professional wrestler in the world right now. And that is no exaggeration. Jey Uso could not be more over if he tried. So Jey Uso, for that reason, is to number 10 on HWW's top 10 list. At number 9, currently inactive, but still too good to leave off the list. Former world heavyweight champion. You see all the accolades underneath. I have to give it to Seth freaking Rollins. It's self-explanatory. Maybe some people might think he's higher, but he has to be in the top 10 without question. Then we have at number 8, the current AEW World Heavyweight Champion, the one and only Swerve Strickland. Some people might think he should be lower. Some people think he should be higher. I think for the sake of this list at this current time, number 8 is exactly where he should be. He's come on the scene. He's made the scene happen in a major way since joining AEW. Took his career to a whole nother level. The first African-American AEW champion in history and much deserved. He's number 8. At number 7, I think Gunther, and this was hard for me because number 7 might seem a little bit low, but I wasn't going to not give him his flowers. At number 7, I have the former, longest reigning, I should say, Intercontinental Champion in history, and now the current King of the Ring, Gunther. He is amazing, and he is outright one of the best in the world. At number 6, Okada. Nothing really needs to be explained. New Japan, AEW, outstanding. At number 5, I consider the number 5 ranked wrestler in the world today to be Bryan Danielson. He's a tremendous in-ring talent. His mic work has gotten better over the years, and he is a decorated superstar from ROH, WWE, and AEW. The number 4, some people might think he should be higher. I am going to take a couple of points away because he's been off television, but I keep him on the list because he has been on TV in an interview and run-in capacity. CM Punk. Nothing really needs to be explained. He's amazing, and he's definitely in my top 4. Here's where it gets interesting. At number 3, I have number 3, the third-ranked professional wrestler in the world today, according to myself, Cody Rhodes, the reigning undisputed champion. He's tremendous in the ring. He's super popular, but I think his mic work needs some improvement. I am not a big fan of a Cody Rhodes promo. It seems very babyface, and when I say babyface, I mean like take a spoonful of sugar and eat it up and it rots your teeth. It's a little bit too babyface. I think he needs a little bit more of an edge. I think he needs a little bit more of an upgrade as it relates to some content that he talks about on the microphone. For that reason and that reason only, I have him at number 3. At number 2, 100%. Some people might put him at number 1, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. Roman Reigns, 1,316 days speaks for itself. He's currently on hiatus. He will be back. Roman Reigns, the most decorated champion in the history of WWE in the past 25 to 30 years. Amazing on the in ring. He's gotten better on the microphone, and he couldn't be more popular if he tried. The Tribal Chief is number 2, and I've been consistent since day one, Conrad. The best wrestler alive today Will Ospreay, IWGP World Champion, IWGP United States Champion, never open weight champion, Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and now the new AEW Continental Champion. His in-ring work is unmatched. His mic work is very good. His popularity is tremendous internationally and domestically. Will Ospreay is the best wrestler alive today.
Different list, man. I'm telling you.
The AEW, well, he's okay. I apologize. He's not the Continental Champion. Thank you, Joel. He is the current International Champion. Okada is the Continental Champion. Excuse me.
Yes, and yes, 100%. My honorable mention list was large. So Sean will tell you, we had a discussion about this partway through when I was making my list. And I was like, well, wait a minute now. How are we factoring in some of these people? MJF hadn't been here the whole time, but if you ask me, would I put him as one of the top 10 wrestlers? Absolutely, in totality right now. But when we're looking at just 2024, couldn't put him on there. Damian Priest, I thought, was someone else who probably deserved a nod to at least be heard from. Jey Uso, same reasons that Sean had mentioned before. Josh Alexander from Impact. Moose also, or excuse me, TNA, sorry. Moose from TNA as well. And Sami Zayn, I even put on my honorable mention list. I think he's been crushing it as well, despite what me and Sean were talking about earlier. At number 10, I had Drew McIntyre. I think Drew's just been crushing it. I know Ace put in the chat, y'all got to stop believing in Drew McIntyre, but I've never stopped, man. I think that this dude is really, really good. And if you give him the ball, he can run with it. Drew has proven that time and time again, and that's why we are where we are. At number 9, Kazuchika Okada. He just came over. He's had some time off a little bit, but Okada's still one of the best. Microphone skills aside, I think he's been crushing it with the Elite. Not my favorite people in the world, but I think they've been doing the darn thing. So shout out to Okada. At number 8, I also had Swerve in that exact same spot. First ever Black AEW World Champ. Can't be mad at it. I think he's doing a tremendous job, and I think the main event is somewhere where this brother needs to stay.
Yes, sir.
Number 7, I got Bryan Danielson, and I thought this was kind of crazy to have him down here, but Bryan Danielson, it doesn't matter how many pinfall losses he takes, what he's done, his resume speaks for itself. One of the best wrestlers in the world today. If you don't know, go check out all the matches he's done this year. He's definitely going to be in when we do our EPW awards at the end of the year. His name is going to be popping up in many of those, saying, how many times are you going to see his name for match of the year? I think you're going to see it a few times. Gunther at number 6 for me, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. I think his matches are spectacular, except for when people have their shoulders up. But other than that, Gunther has had a tremendous reign as the Intercontinental Champion, UK Champion. Everything he's touched has turned to gold, and he seems to be Triple H's top heel. So Seth Rollins I put down at number 5. Seth Rollins has been someone who you can depend on. He's been tremendous. And listen, this is coming from someone who is a harsh Seth Rollins critic at times with the character and such, but I will not deny his in-ring ability, his ability when he gets serious to go on that microphone and do what he does best. Big shout out to Seth Rollins. A reason for why I think Seth Rollins got to show that he was serious is this person, CM Punk. And this is someone who's only wrestled one match, the Royal Rumble. But looking at his body of work, CM Punk's promo skills had turned around WrestleMania. Him being on commentary, him getting in that ring, him facing off with Drew. CM Punk is helping carry interest for the show. Look at the ratings that he's been doing for them. He's a huge asset to WWE, and he looks happy. I hope he stays happy. Good for CM Punk. At number 3, I have Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, longest Universal Champion. What hurts him is his inactiveness, but he is still someone who I think you can put up there and do some tremendous stuff with. Number 2, Cody Rhodes. I think Cody is good on the microphone. I don't know if I fully agree with Sean on the promos. I think he can cut a good one when he wants to. I don't know if Sean feels that same way, but Cody can do it when he wants to. When he's good and he's on point, he's one of the best. So good for the current WWE, undisputed champion now, Cody Rhodes. And at number 1, we got to agree, brother, Will freaking Ospreay. You're not beating this dude, bro. He made Derek get up and walk out the house, bro. He landed on his feet and then hit a hidden blade, bro. No one better.
Unbelievable.
No one better, bro.
So make sure you guys let us know what you think about the list, man. You know what I'm saying? We put a lot of work into this. So I'm sure you guys might agree with some. Some might be, oh, Sean, you're being a homer. You like Jey Uso. You had to put him on the list. But, let's have fun with it. Hope you guys enjoy. And,
bookmark that website.
Yes, we got more. We got more to come. More to come.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. We have stuff with fan feedback too. Maybe that's something we can feature too, Sean. Maybe something with like the audience. Like
absolutely,
we polled the audience and this is what they thought.
Absolutely.
Very interesting, man. Sean's got those profiles coming up. I believe we're going to be doing a boxing listed or a boxing preview coming up here soon as well.
Yes, Adrian the Problem Broner is coming back. We're going to do a little bit about the fight, but more about his career retrospective coming up later this week. The King of the Ring, the Money in the Bank preview is coming in July. The SummerSlam preview is coming in August. And like Conrad just said, we're going to be doing the wrestling profiles, little 10-minute blurbs on the podcast about professional wrestlers and their background. So look out for the Nia Jax episode tomorrow, which will debut this brand new series.
Me and Derek will be live on Wednesday for Dynamite. Make sure you guys are there. We're going to start the build towards Forbidden Door. We'll be at that show in Buffalo for the Go Home show, and I'm looking forward to it. So you guys check that out. I'm going to let Sean take us out, and then we'll get on out of here so you guys can get ready to watch some Monday Night Raw.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So listen, I just want to say to Tyrese Halliburton, ironic how things work out, isn't it? You make fun of people getting injured, and all of a sudden you come
on now. Come on.
I mean, he made fun of us, right? He said that we were soft, but about to get swept. Anyway, I digress. Really happy to be with you guys tonight. Conrad, it's always a pleasure. Chad, it's always a pleasure. This is where you see us every Monday night at 6:05. For the 92nd week in a row next week, it'll be 92 weeks in a row. We do not take any time off. We do this because we love the industry and we love y'all. So let's keep the momentum going. Enjoy the basketball game tonight. Enjoy Monday Night Raw tonight. Meet us here at 6:05 next Monday night. Meet Conrad and Derek right here on Wednesday at 10:10 for the AEW review. Check out the blurb that I put out tomorrow about Nia Jax and much, much more. I am Sean Hubbard. He is Conrad Cushman. We are Clash of the Podcast. God bless. Be encouraged. And always remember, evil never prevails. Until next time, we're out.
Pull your pants up, Sims.